All right, welcome back to JD's playoff preview. I've ditched Uncle Tab for these YouTube shorts where I'm going to walk you through the second round series in the NHL Playoffs. All right, so for this preview, we're going to go ahead and look at the Dallas Stars versus the St. Louis Blues second round series. First off, in the background, St. Louis bested Winnipeg in 6 hard-fought and physical games. St. Louis returns to the second round for the first time since 2017 when they lost to Nashville in 6 games. Speaking of Nashville, St. Louis's opponent, the Dallas Stars, just pulled off a big-time upset over the heavily favored Nashville Predators. The Dallas Stars returned to the second round for the first time since 2016. Midway through this season, you had said that we would be facing down the barrel of a Blues vs. Stars second round matchup. 100% of people, including me, would have told you that you were indeed crazy. But alas, here we are, and let this remind everyone that in hockey, once you make it to the dance, you have a chance. Alright, let's start by taking a look at St. Louis Blues. The key for the St. Louis Blues, well, many credit Craig Berube's direct style for the main reason the St. Louis Blues had their tremendous turnaround this season. I would have to agree with this assessment. I think this makes a lot of sense because this team is built perfectly for his coaching philosophy. They are a brash, in-your-face group. In their 6-game war with Winnipeg, they never backed down or fell out of a game, and they have the ability to dominate the game when necessary. This is a really good sign for them going forward, as this is the sign of a team that can really challenge for a Stanley Cup this year. St. Louis's MVP. He was our X Factor last time, but we've bumped him up to the MVP, and we don't want to think too hard about this. This is going to continue to be the Jordan Binnington show. He was unbelievable versus the Jets, and while the Blues did play well, they were at times dominated by the Winnipeg Jets. And for large stretches, they relied on Binnington to be the difference maker, and man, was he ever. Think back to some of the ridiculous saves he made, including the Game 1 end-of-game stop he made on a Mark Scheifele one-timer. When they needed him most, Binnington was there, stepped up, and shut the door. They'll need him to continue to look like a Vezina Trophy winner if they want to advance. St. Louis's X Factor. It's going to be Ryan O'Reilly. This season, O'Reilly has taken the leap to become an elite 200-foot player. O'Reilly earned his reputation as a top shutdown guy in the past, and he'll have to return to his roots in this series. His ability to shut down and outplay the big line of Dallas will be critical for St. Louis. Dallas is key. They have to continue to carry the puck into the zone and grind on the cycle. Their cycle creates a lot of chances in the slot area. We saw a lot of this in the series against Nashville. During the cycle, they like to create from the corner with one man crashing the net and the other lingering just behind in the slot. Note that the high man stays lower in the slot than on most other teams. This causes a lot of confusion in front of the opponent's net. And when the Stars' big line is on the ice, they really dominate possession, and their skill combined with their grit is what really makes the difference. Dallas's MVP. This has got to be Alexander the Radiator Radulov. The Radiator was an absolute beast in round 1. Once he starts getting it going, he's pretty much impossible to stop. He's got it going right now, and he got the Stars going last series. He drove the play, made the hits, took the hits, and scored some goals. All of this will be necessary if the Stars want to continue on into round 3. Finally, for Dallas's X Factor here, let's look at Matt Zuccarello. Zook, almost a forgotten acquisition from the New York Rangers because he was injured in his first game with Dallas. However, since he has been back playing, he's made a huge difference in balancing out this Dallas lineup. Dallas is not a deep team, and they'll need other players to step up. The lift that Zuccarello provided in round 1 for the Stars was absolutely critical, and he'll need to continue being a consistent secondary scorer for this team.